Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. And today is a big day. It's a great day today. It's very nice out. Although for this portion of the day I will be inside, but the window is open. I can smell the fresh air. Lovely day here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, so that's nice. Taking my lady out to a nice restaurant after this stream, so that's good. But perhaps best of all, although don't tell her I said that, we're going to start a Starflight Let's Play today. I've been looking forward to this ever since I heard of this game, which would have been sometime late last year. Hail, Waffle Syrup. Glad to have you on board. Dedev, welcome. Yeah, it sounds awesome. I'm pretty excited. I mean, you know that I love Star Control 2. Oh, it's a very happy Saturday. You know I loved Star Control 2. And this game is in many ways sort of a spiritual ancestor or predecessor to Star Control 2. And in other ways, I can tell there are some things that it's just going to be like, well, yeah, they use this in Star Control 2. And then there's going to be things that are very different. And I'm looking forward to the whole thing here. So let me fire up the app. I'll adjust my volume here. My gut tells me, this is the oldest game I've done on here. My gut tells me that we're not going to be dealing with a whole lot of sound effects. And certainly not music, but who knows? Let's see. Firing up. Starflight 1. Let's go. Mentally subtract, for any future references I make to my playtime, 11 minutes. Because I had the game open for 11 minutes on the starting screen. Ooh, a vital decision. I believe that this is just stacked with the best at the bottom. So I'm going to go with EGA graphics. Anyone, if I'm wrong, someone feel free to shout it out. I don't think we're playing this game for the graphics at the end of the day, but we'll go with EGA. First time I've ever played it. Oh yeah, there's the music. So yeah, this Greg Johnson fellow, he's sort of the big link between Starflight and Star Control 2, because obviously he's one of the developers here for this game, and he later contributed to Star Control 2. Meanwhile, Paul Ricci, one of the Paul and Fred, the Toys for Bob guys, the creators of Star Control, Paul Ricci, I mischaracterized his involvement because what I had read had given me the sense he was like he did a mentor type deal. This is just a fancy copyright notice. It was less of a mentor thing. Apparently, Paul Ricci just he knew Greg Johnson, and he was working near their office while they were working on this, and he just started spending his work days working on a different company's game. And he wound up, I guess his big contribution is the conversation system to this game. Go figure. And yeah, without further ado, we're just kind of dropped into things here. I control this little guy right now. Oh, let me tell you the story so far, folks, because this is far enough back in time that we're getting the story only from the manual. One thing about the manual, kind of thing that makes you really intrigued to play a game, is right inside the front page. The first 3 pages are all just quotes from the development team talking about how ambitious and difficult their game was and all the cool workarounds and programming tricks they came up with to make it work and how long it took them and how proud they are of it. That's really I'm not saying that you couldn't do that for a bad game that you made because you were delusional. But it seems to me that it's a vote of confidence in your own work, right? Okay. So now I know that at the start here I need to create a crew. So here's the story. The story is that long ago... Actually, hold on. I'll actually get the timeline in the manual up while I let you know. Okay, so around the year 2100 on Earth. So I think up to that point we should assume the real-world timeline. So whatever happens in the next 78 years is part... we don't know yet, but it's part of Starflight Canon 2. But in 2100, man discovers Injurium, which is an element that allows, when processed properly, superphotonic or faster than light travel. We need that if we're going to have our science fiction story. And then, 2150, is when we actually humans figure out how to travel faster than light. This is the beginning of the old empire. It wasn't called the old empire then. But humans start a big old thing. 150 years later, in 2300, they meet the Velox, an insect-like race of aliens who are integrated into the empire. In 2650, so another 350 years, a major Endurium find ushers in the golden era of the empire, the High Era. Later in that same century, the empire discovers the Spemen, an alien race that I don't know anything about. I don't remember seeing anything else about them in the manual. Then, 2770, about 100 years later, the empire meets the Thrin, a reptilian race, and the Eloan, who are sort of, I get the sense they're like the Supox in Star Control 2. So they're like they're plant people. Yeah. Just, we love this place. We know it's going to be around a long time. It gives us nostalgic feelings, even though we haven't experienced it yet. It's the old empire, baby. Yeah, so the Eloan and the Thrin, the Thurn, their big thing is that they hate each other. But they both get integrated into the empire somehow. And then, at 3000, it says, start a first wave, but doesn't explain what. I'm assuming that's some kind of wave of assaults on the empire, because a pact is made with the Velox in 3120. So maybe it was wrong of me to say that back in 2300, the Velox were integrated into the empire. First wave ends in 3260. The second wave starts in 3400. And again, the reason I think that this is the attacks that led to the empire's fall is that then in 3450, the Noah Project is initiated. Thedev, absolutely. I would be furious if people drop spoilers, and let's do it. I've never done this before. But I bet I can do it pretty quickly. Alright, you're a mod now, Thedev. Ban any and all spoilers. That's the only rule so far. We also don't like racism and stuff, but... Okay, so then the Noah Project is as the name kind of suggests, is that, oh no, we're gonna lose. Let's try to send out some arcs, space arcs, to preserve this empire and take our 4 representative races, the Velox, the humans, the I almost said Supox, but the Eloan and the Thurn, and just send them out so they can have empire civilization elsewhere. 4 years after that, Noah 2, that's the important one for our purposes, is launched. And then in 3480, the Earth finally fell. The Noah Project landed on a planet which they named Arth. So we have Earth, that's the old one. Now we have Arth. If Arth ever falls, the next planet will be called Earth. And down the line. They get hit by a bomb not long after landing there. They're forced above ground. What? Whoa. What are you saying? I just finished Attack of the Clones. So then. They're forced underground on Earth. Earth society, or they're forced above ground, because they were trying to hide underground, I guess, to avoid detection. They're forced above ground. Earth society collapses. The Dark Years begin. Many hundreds of years pass. And basically what we get is Earth civilization over the course of about 1,000 years rediscovers spaceflight and redevelops. And then in 4594, the Noah 2 remaining colony of the original colonists is discovered underground. None of the people, but all the records have been lost on Earth. Earth to the Arthians or the Earthlings is just a kind of like a mysterious planet. They don't understand their origins. Their scientists can't figure it out as their society develops. They're like, we none of our theories, none of the life forms around here, presumably they get the theory of evolution based on the other life forms, and they're like, none of this explains the four sentient peoples who are here. It's weird. But then they rediscover the Noah 2 vessel, and as a result of that, not only does it confirm to them, wow, okay, hold on, our origins are wrapped in mystery, there's a broader universe of sentient life out there, there's this old empire, there might be other survivors of the old empire and the other Noah ships. In 4615, and the Noah 2 colony has Injurium, so suddenly faster than light travel is back. Then notice how I see my dude is impatiently tapping his foot. He's getting Sonic the Hedgehog ready to know what to do when the player won't give you any inputs. So then 4615, they send out a wave of 12 exploration ships. Only 2 return. This is all kept secret from the public. And then Interstel, this non-publicly funded science organization, 5 years later in 4620, which is the present day, it's going to send out some more ships. And that's where we are. There's some more information than that, and I've read it a few times, and hopefully I'll remember the important parts. But that's the idea. We don't have a defeat the Urquan or anything like that goal. Right now our goal is to, seek out new life and civilizations. Oh, is he tap? I can't even hear the tapping sound out of my own. Try to keep my speakers pretty low for the sake of not, getting feedback on the microphone. Okay. All right. It's time to go. So, first thing I got to do is get a crew. I just need to look at a diagram here. All right. Whoops. All right. So, I got to go to the personnel door and create a crew. And the crew creating is kind of when I get there, spacebar. Yeah. Okay. Yes, they hadn't discovered more pleasing. Just a single repetitive sound. Okay, so here in personnel, I can create my crew members. I need 5 to fulfill the roles of captain, navigator, science officer, communications officer. Wait, engineer and doctor. Do I need 6? Hold on. How many crew members do I need? Boom. Oh no. Okay. Races. Just trying to confirm to myself how many crew members I need. I think it's fun. Anyway, we'll figure it out pretty quickly if it's not. Yeah, so here we go. Let's get started. First I will create a human. So you can see here are our options. Oh, cool, little pictures. So there's the humans who excel primarily in science, it seems. But it's their potential in science and not necessarily their starting rate in which they excel. Which is why other species, like the androids, permanently have those stats. You can't teach an android anything. Hello, British. Yeah. Eloan and Thrin. Here's the Thrin. Oh, so sometimes in the manual it's Thurn. Sometimes it's Thrin. At any rate, you're told not to. You're allowed, the game will let you have an Eloan and a Thrin on your crew. And in fact, the manual even specifies, obviously, the individual crew members would be capable of putting aside the differences between their species and getting along. Addressing you're saying that these people have been in a society for thousands of years together, not a single 2 of them have ever gotten along? No, they could. But when we go into space, if we have a Thrin on our ship, then we cannot communicate with the Eloan. And if we have an Eloan, we will not be able to interact with the Thrin, and not being able to interact with either of them out in space is apparently crippling. So I think I'm going to go with the Eloan just because I did like the soup box. So to start, a human who, because humans excel in science, this I guess will be our science officer. Creating the role. What shall his name be? We'll call him James. That's my name. Captain James. All right. And then I probably do want to the captain's sidearm is a great intercrew diplomat. Whoops. Okay. So now I've got file 1. And I think I want to spend money fitting out my ship and then spend the rest of my starting money on training, is what the manual told me. So the next one up, since we're going to need a navigator and an engineer probably, turns out the Velox are the best at both of those things. So let's have a couple of Velox. Ah, yes. Yeah, Holmes, I'm pretty excited. And welcome, by the way. Stimpinski, hail. Stimpinski, well, let me get the crew created. And then I want to address the finding a good economy sim recommendation for you issue. Because I've been doing a lot of Googling and it's been tough. Okay. This is a Bugman. A Velox. Gzx is this Bugman's name. You see, they make their names with the insect-like clicking sounds. I've decided. Alright. Now we got James and Gzx. 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 And because we want a second Velox to be our engineer, means I need to come up with a second sound like that. How about Zzzz. Ooh, growing up. So is that as naturalistic and like down to earth as it sounds like, Stimpinski? Like a game about just growing up? Or is that a thing where it's setting up like, no, this is much more elaborate, fancy kind of growing up than you're expecting? I can't get the light. There we go. That sounds fun. I would have loved that when I was a kid. I was so excited when I first heard of Earthbound. Just to be like, it's an RPG, but it's in the regular world. The Earthbound, of course, doesn't necessarily feel like it's just in the regular world when you actually get to play it. Okay, and then the Eloan are great at communication and medicine. So let's have a couple Eloan. We'll just go with obvious, kind of pretty alien-sounding names for the Eloan. Lilu. And then finally, file 5, one more Eloan. Vili. Great. Okay, we've got a crew. But now, I should outfit my ship, and the manual has recommendations for outfitting your ship. So, I'm guessing that would be ship configuration. Oh, you know what? Since I'm not forced to go in these doors, I don't need to look at the manual to find out what the doors mean. Ship configuration. Okay. I believe the game recommended that I buy a bunch of cargo pods, but I should find out exactly how many it recommended so that I don't overspend or under-equip. So excuse me just a moment here. 4 cargo pods is what it recommends I purchase right now. So I'll take that advice. Buy. Oh no. Yeah. Buy cargo pods. Yeah. So for now, just cargo pods. We can worry about making the ship itself better afterwards. Just 4 cargo pods. Putting all my trust in the game manual not to lead me astray. Oh, we can name our ship. The ISS. The ISS. It shouldn't be that hard. The ISS Explorer. Alright, that's lame. Maybe we'll change the ship name later. But that'll do for now. We have 10,000 MUs, which I'm now supposed to spend on training. There's no experience points in this game. Crew are developed through their training. But I think I'll assign them so I have a sense of where they are on the ship. Okay. So yeah, we need 6 roles. Ah, so perhaps I do need to... Okay. Captain James. Science officer. Oh. Am I also the science officer? Sure. We'll try that. If I'm making a terrible mistake, Starflight experts, please let me know. Navigator. Captain James just constantly apologizing to the Veloxy members of the crew. And zzzz. Am I pronouncing that right? We're gonna call you Tiger. Codename Tiger. Alright, communications officer. You know what? It hardly matters, as I have not trained them yet. But let's have Vili be the communications officer and Lilu be the doctor. Excellent! Okay. Now it's time to train up before we head out. There's a very good chance that we're going to have to restart this game. I don't know. I don't know what happens when you get game over, but I do know, from what I can tell, that there's no saving option besides exiting the game to, write to your one save file. Okay. So let's train Captain James, who should be better at science. Right? Right? So. Well, here's the thing, Waffle Syrup. As I didn't actually wind up having to do when I played through Wizardry on my own, not on the internet, but I did get to the point really close to the end where I was like, if I lose this guy with the Muramasa blade or the Masamune, I can't remember which classic Japanese sword it is. I was like, if I lose this blade, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, I can't keep playing this game until I find another one, and I don't see how I'm ever gonna win otherwise. So I did. Here's what you did in the old days. If the game won't let you save scum, you figure out what the save file is, and you copy it, and you save it on a disk or something, and then you bring it back later. So I made some backups, and I was like, all right, now I'll go fight Weirdna, and I'll see what I can do with this good party, and if I lose, I'm gonna give myself permission to reload, and then I went and I beat him. Nice. My conscience was clear. But if it comes to it, if this turns out to be really, really frustrating, I'll do that. But hopefully not. Average height 2 meters, average weight 80 kilograms. Perhaps not for Captain James. Okay. So, gotta do some mental math. If I have 5 crew members and 10,000, and training sessions cost 300. Oh, man. Okay, if I did 6 each, that would be 1,800 each. Times 5 would be 5,000. Around 6. Around 6 each. So I'll just do 6 as the captain. And / science officer. My understanding is also that, I'm not sure which of these is true or if it's both, the captain provides a boost to other crew members' abilities, or in a pinch, if your other crew members are eliminated, the captain can kind of Something like that. There's benefit to training the captain across the board, and I think not really as much for the rest of them. So, X is our navigator, and that seems important. The X's start with 0 points in communication, and I think we can tell why already. It is so hard to say their names. Okay. Navigation. Let's have 6 for him. We'll do 6 for everyone in their core, and then I'll think about what else I might like to do with my remaining, whatever the hell the money is called. Alright. This is our engineer. I have 6 training sessions. On me, buddy. Alright, Lilu. And here's where I flipped it. So Lilu's the doctor. Dr. Lilu. 6 sessions. And Vili is our communications officer. And you know what? It does kind of feel like early in the game, communication is going to be important, right? So why don't we let's indulge in getting communications officer Vili. Really well done. Okay, now we got it. We got a crew. We've outfitted our ship. Weird thing about the manual. It's an excellent manual. Really well written. Yeah, you know what? Should have thought of that. And fair game, waffle syrup. But I do have an in-game reason for believing that the communications is important. Perhaps just for fairness and balance, I should have split the extra sessions between communications and engineering. And Thedev, I even thought about that yesterday. I thought, when I was thinking about my crew, I was like, seems like, because the deal with androids is you can't ever improve their skills. But because they're at a default pretty good at navigation, I thought, like, maybe I'll just get an android at first. And then I completely forgot just now. So yeah, when we could have all the best weapons and armor. No, I think that I don't think the party will get involved in that kind of fighting in this game. I don't get the impression, but we'll see. Okay, there's the bank. Where's the docking bay? There we go, right in the middle. All right, well, nothing else to do but header into space. So yeah, the manual is really well written. I think they missed the mark tonally in some of the flavor text appendices, but that not even all of the flavor text appendices missed the mark tonally. So it conveys the story really well, really sets up the game, explains a lot of the systems and stuff really well. It's organized beautifully, beautiful technical document, nested decimal numbering, well-divided sections and subsections. Let me talk about that, waffle syrup. So I had planned to eventually, like over the next couple of weeks, really, I'm going to figure out a bunch of personalized rewards that you can buy with channel points here. And the one that I've created so far allows you to only 6 can be available, obviously. Would let you, eventually I want to do Pool of Radiance. And that's a D&D first edition, AD&D first edition video game. And so whoever buys, the first 6 people to buy that, and then I have to remember to delete it because you can't like set a limit. First 6 people to buy that, create the character. Now, if that meant all you wanted to do was just like, just tell me like, it's an elf wizard, I'd do that. If you wanted to literally roll up a character, Pool of Radiance will let you edit every character's stats, which I am sure means that a lot of kids played Pool of Radiance with a party of 6 members who had 18 and all their attributes. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea if that's anything anybody would care about. But it's the thing you can do. And when I've got at least a few party members, that's when I'll start being like, all right, we need to put this on. We need to get this on the go. So yeah, the way controlling the game is managed once you're on your ship is through the different roles of the ship. They all have their own actions. Yes, Stimpinski. I've played a tiny bit of Pool of Radiance, and then I was like, I might like to stream this. Better not play it by myself. But then I wanted to get more. I had a gold box itch just based on that one experience again later. So that's the one I was about to say, Stimpinski. I played some Gateway to the Savage Frontier. Not even that much, because eventually I was like, you know what? There's not going to be enough of a character development variation between these games. I shouldn't take the experience of like my wizards getting Fireball for the first time and experience it here in a game I'm just messing around and probably won't even play to the end. I should save that for Pool of Radiance. But excellent games. Like, it's a really good engine. Like, much, much, much better tactical combat than Ultima 6, for example. Okay, so I believe the captain is the one who can have us launch. Confirmation? Yes. Request security code for Heaven. Okay, so this is copyright protection, of course. And GOG helpfully made a little app. So, Heaven. I just gotta pick the things from the 3 drop downs. Heaven. Artifacts. Frightening apparatus. And races. Gadzertoid. The Gadzertoids are mentioned briefly in the manual in an appendix that is the captain's log of the Noah 2 vessel. Apparently the Noah 2 vessel on its way to founding Earth had a bad run-in with the Gadzertoids, who are hostile to the old empire. All right. Code confirmed. Yes. All right. Whoa. All right. We're off. Standing by to maneuver. So now it's time. Actually, hold on. Let me go through these and see how many of them. Obviously, we're not going to disembark in space, but we know what that means. Cargo lets me inspect the cargo load. Log planet, besides gathering resources a la Star Control 2, you know, obviously that's in the opposite direction, but similar concept, and returning them to Earth, you can also make money by identifying suitable planets for colonization. And log planet is how you say, hey, this planet that we're either orbiting or landed on, we should go tell the captain. The ship's log, I think, is literally just a diary. Like, I can just type notes to myself within the game. Might not use that much on account of I got my spreadsheet. All right. The science officer can do analysis of the planets and ships that we encounter in space. The navigator obviously will take us around, so we're going to get down to that soon. Maneuvering, looking at the star map. Oh, is the star map in the game? I should verify exactly what that's going to do. Although I'm pretty sure it's going to just display a star map. Starport. Crew assignment. Here we are. Science officer. Navigator. Oh yeah, it doesn't even include. We are not in hyperspace. Okay, got to be in hyperspace to look at that. And then the navigator will also deal with combat. The engineer is all about just repairing the ship. And the communications officer will talk to aliens if we meet them, and the doctor is the doctor. So, we're not in hyperspace. How do I get to hyperspace? Okay. Apparently I picked maneuver, and then it says you can maneuver your ship using the appropriate keys, which I will assume are the arrow keys. This is another case where there was apparently an additional document, a reference card, that is referred to but doesn't seem to be in the package that GOG provides. That's the same thing I ran into with not Ultima 6, Pirates. Kept being like, just look at your this thing for the controls. And Thanks for sharing that with me. So let's give this a try. There's one thing I gotta look for though. I have to look at the opening text because there's testimony. Okay. The original direction. I don't know exactly how. I want to try to, if possible, I want to imitate the report in the manual from one of the returning 2 ships from the original thing. But I don't know how. So we'll try. Okay. If we maneuver, leaving orbit, here we are. No, don't dock with starport. Okay. So, alright. So obviously Earth is the second planet in rotation here. The manual did suggest, actually, you know what? I was just talking about, I want to follow the paths of the previous colonists, but now I remember the manual said that at the start, you probably just want to get resources from the planets around Earth, like in our same solar system. So let's do that. Press spacebar to orbit. All right, we're orbiting. And now let's get some data. Sensors. Oh, I gotta choose where to aim the sensors. There's nothing there. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Okay, hold on a sec. Sensor. In orbit? Yeah. What's going on here? Okay. Hang on. Back to the navigator for a moment. No, we're just in orbit, aren't we? Are we not? Nothing there. Status? Oh, that's just the ship status. Analysis. He said there's nothing there. I just disagree with you that there's nothing there, sir. Okay, let's try maneuvering a little bit more. Oh. Okay. There. Now we're in orbit. You can tell because, well, yet another obvious thing that was influential to Star Control 2. Just look at the planet. Okay. All right. Once I can already tell that once I kind of get the hang of all the, it's very intuitive otherwise. Like, this is all spacebar. The spacebar and the arrow keys is all I'm using so far. All right. What do the sensors tell us? The atmosphere is fluorine and chlorine. The hydrosphere is water. The lithosphere is chromium, promethium, and tungsten. Okay. Is that all the information we get? The mass of the planet. The bio is how much life density. There's none. There's also not much mineral density because these values will be percentages that are relative to the potential of the planet. All right. And then analysis will now tell us more. So, let's check this out. The object is a planet. The orbit number is 1. So check this out. I'm taking the stream to a new level. I already made my fancy spreadsheet, and I can share it with you. So this is the one where I'll log the aliens. This is one where I'll log the star systems. I don't know what the name of our star system is, so for now I'm calling it home. Planet 2, I'm actually going to make a note, is Earth. We're at planet 1 right now. So, let's see, what's important here? You need a current oh no, I exited his sensors with my hotkeys. That might be something I have to mess around with for the interaction. I need one of those boxes, the shiny light boxes that the elite streamers have for toggling their stream settings. Okay, give me the analysis again. Barely any gravity. Not certain what the surface is or the atmosphere. The temperature is intolerable. We're not going down there. Go figure. The closest planet to the sun is hot. All right, noted. Just for conditions, I am going to note searingly hot. We don't want to go down there. And there's really not that much to enjoy anyway. So let's get out of here. And check out the further out white colored planets that seem more promising. The real big risk, Stimpinski, is that unlike Star Control 2, which will just Star Control 2 will just not let you land on a gas giant. In this game, apparently you can try to land on a gas giant. You just instantly have killed your entire crew. So you got to pay attention. Same with the gravity. The game will let you land on a planet with gravity that is sufficient to crush you like a tin can. I watched a GDC. Well, you can if you're the, the Slilandro. We don't have any Slilandro on the crew, though. We don't want to offend the Eloan or whatever by being like, hey, you people can swim in molten gas, in red hot gas, right? All right, sensors. Oh, there is both life and minerals here. So we can sell minerals and we can sell bioforms, which you can sell both by capturing specimens and by capturing recordings, which are less valuable but don't take up storage space. I don't know how to do that, of course, but analyzing. Yeah, we got gravity. It's frozen. The temperature is subarctic to temperate, which must be if there's any bio down there. It's orbit number 5. Cool. I think we can land here. So let's find out how that works. I bet the captain gives the order. Let's land, crew. Then we have to choose a landing site. One thing, here's what I understand here. Obviously, it's showing us the latitude and longitude in that window. And then this is an altitude. So these will be the highest elevation spots. The lowest one is literally water. You can go in liquid, but there is never anything there, according to the manual, and it's not fuel efficient to travel around in it. So you want to try to land somewhere better. Life forms are more common at medium elevations with temperate climates, and minerals are more common at the highest elevations. So let's land up in the frozen peaks. So then we select our landing site. So like this part up, like I don't think we're getting Space Wars style combat, but like this stuff, you can see how it inspired Star Control 2. We've selected our site, and then we descend. Computing descent profile, autopilot engaged, descending. Woo. Well, this is cool. Huh. Well, great. We made a safe landing. We're right in the middle of the big white blob. So remember that, folks. Remember where we're parked, as Thedev says. Okay, now we disembark. Right? I assume that the disembark option has a disembark in some sort of climate-controlled, atmosphere-controlled landing vehicle, that the game is not setting me up to exterminate my entire crew immediately. Activating terrain vehicle. Here we go. You're in a thunderstorm. Oh, come on. Well, that's terrible. Okay, that wasn't great, but we survived. I don't know what anything means, so we kind of just got to go around and Look. Okay, that's resources. Veely is killed. What? Ship is lost. Okay. Right. Now we're in a windstorm. Alright, that was an immediate failure. Back to the ship. Okay. Okay. Fortunately, although we have been playing for quite a while, redoing everything that I just did will not take very long. So maybe we should do that? Oh my. That was rough. I don't know what represented that I was in a thunderstorm. I know the thunderstorms are bad. It's just they were much easier to recognize in Star Control 2. Can we launch? Can the ship even relaunch? Next time, perhaps we'll land in a more moderate elevation. Must have been so much work for that animation. It's like, I think this game came out in like 1986. Okay, well anyway, everyone's dead. Let's start over. Not everyone's dead, but anyone's dead. Complete waste of our starting funds. Let's go again. If I say reset and start the game, does that start a new game? I don't know. Let's find out. I killed them, Stimpinski, because they were just not a competent crew. They just didn't have what it took. They did not have the right stuff, so to speak. 1987 this game came out, but they must have been working on it for a while beforehand. Note, okay. Thank you, Thedev. Note more than just, hey, we're in the middle of the blob. Alright. Oh, I bet. Alright, personnel. Great. We have reset the game. We'll still go with a human named Captain James. You know what? I am going to take the recommendation of an android to heart here. So let's have a navigator who's an android. D46-G. We'll call this fellow. Alright, now we still do want a Velox to be our engineer. I've even forgotten how I need. This is the new one. Great. What does the software Velox do, Stimpinski? Alright. We'll try the yellow. We'll give the yellow one another chance. And I like the names I came up with for them. Or at least I like Lulu. I don't even actually remember the other one. So we're gonna come up with a new one for the really. So not a technologically savvy bug alien connected thing at all, as far as we know. Okay, let's assign them to their roles. Outfit the ship. At least we can do that fast. Captain James will be the captain and the science officer once again. Ah, that makes sense. D46G. Zx. Zx. Communications officer Really and Dr. Lilu. We're set there. Okay, so we have a competent but incapable of becoming more competent navigator. That's fine. Let's purchase 1, 2, 3, 4 cargo pods. Let's name our ship the ISS Survivor. Hopefully that doesn't quickly become an ironic name. And then we gotta train people. Now, of course, I'm gonna, instead of bothering to do mental math, I'm gonna do the 6 sessions per in core competency, and then we'll see what's left. 6 sessions, Lilu, Dr. Lilu. 6 training sessions. Officer Really. 6 training sessions. And then we have 9 left. So let's give 3 to Captain James. I mean, like, we'd probably want him eventually to also have other abilities in case people die. I think actually right now, though, oh no, what have I done? Oh, I see. Oh, I found a save game menu. But that was also quitting the game. Great. I hit escape to see if it would go back. At least now I know it brings that up. Yeah, Waffle Syrup, there's not even a ranger in Pool of Radiance. And I thought about that, Theodev, when I was looking at my... When I was making the yellow one. Because that's good. Eventually it was like, yeah, it's just Lilu. Alright. Firing it up. And hopefully... Loading game. Alright. Good. I remembered my game. Gotta be very, very careful about pressing the escape key. Since it's slow. Alright, here we are. Oh, I remembered exactly where I was. So obviously, it's a save and quit. It instantly closes the game. Alright. 0 training sessions for Captain James here. Because I think I do want to focus my extra training on communications. Actually, you know what? Science is important too. So, let's do 3 more communications. So when the time comes, we're going to want to be able to communicate effectively. Let's do some more science. And then just in case, let's have Captain James learn a little navigation in case our android gets blown up. Okay. Exit. Yeah, I was reading that, Thedev. But thank you for the reminder. Because obviously... a game that is trying to do a lot of fairly complex stuff, especially for its time, it's very complex, is going to have its quirks. Alright, here we are. And we're launching. New Scotland? I live in New Scotland. That's the place where I live. Alright. Shimmering Ball and Thrun. Excellent. 404795. I better confirm that. 404795. Yes. They're opening the doors. If you get the copy protection wrong, do they just shoot you into the vacuum of space? That would be infuriating for someone who made that mistake, like, far, far, far into the game, right? Okay. Goal. Get minerals without the crew all being killed. Yeah, that's it, Stimpinski. You know what my constant quiz is? I like to do name the 50 states, and I never get any better at it. Like, I can usually do it, but it's all like my time doesn't improve. It's a struggle. And then if I do like a more elaborate thing, like what are the 10 like largest producers of soybeans? Once I've gone through the states that I know are associated with soybeans, I'm out of guesses and I can't think of the names of the other states anymore. Alright. We made it into orbit. And now... Oh yeah, I got on a little kick of doing that for like a couple weeks earlier this year. And I was getting pretty good. Obviously the whole New England portion is very frustrating when you're trying to place like Connecticut and stuff. Alright. Science officer, who is also the captain. So the captain doesn't even have to go. Excuse me, officer. The captain is just telling the rest of the crew about this. Alright. So we want to get some zinc and hopefully some plutonium. We don't want to die down there. I'm surprised. No one's made a no borders map of the earth, find the countries. I mean, that would be an exhausting quiz, but yeah. You get, like, anybody could get started pretty well on that quiz, but Italy's the one that looks like a boot. Russia is just a huge blob. Canada's above America. Japan is an island off the east coast of Asia. And now what? Australia, I guess. Some continent. Okay. Here we go. Is it Sporkle by any chance, Stimpinski? Here we go. Oh no. Don't disembark. We're in space. Cetera. Oh. Alright. Let's try to behave as though we've learned our lesson. We will land, making note of the lat and longitude. So I had a feeling that I might also want to take a few short-term paper notes. So I've got that too. 7 north, 79 east. We've selected the site. Let's land. I'm just hoping that the random number generator doesn't have like the option of, oops, your stupid Android just crashed you to your death. Some cool 3-dimensional topography that is immediately gone when we actually disembark. We're disembarking. We're out there. It's hazy. I can live with hazy. Ah. Okay, scan is for a specific spot. Obviously, weapons we'll use if we encounter hostiles, which we hopefully won't. Everyone's doing great. We're heading north towards the scanning new terrain. Alright. Oh, I gotta keep an eye on that energy too, don't I? Okay. Ah! Okay, we've got some zinc. But then what? What? Cargo? On the planet's surface? Okay. I think this is how I do this. Terrain vehicle, zinc, pick up. Alright. Perhaps not as efficient as just making a slurping sound when you drive over it, but it's pretty simple once you've done it. It's clear. I vastly prefer that to you are dying in a thunderstorm right now, 5 seconds into your first attempt. Walrus dudes, me too. Absolutely love Star Control 2. And consequently, I'm very excited for this. A game that is in many ways similar / related. Okay. Well, we found a wee bit of zinc. And we've used a lot of energy, so I'm guessing we have to return before the energy runs out, of course. I'm injured. I don't know what happened. I missed the text message, but we're almost home. There's the ship. Okay. Well, we made it back. We found a wee bit of zinc. Let's find out. I'll have to figure out new hotkeys. I don't want to take the risk of trying to use my hotkeys and accidentally launching the ship or something. So just trust me. A windstorm. Oh man, I got... You know what? As a kid once, I was walking down the street, just living my life. And a strong gust of wind blew, like, it must have just been like dust or a little, like, speck of sand or something into my eye hard enough to scratch my cornea. And it was just very frustrating. Because I had to wear an eye patch for weeks, and yeah, I'm not like a cool pirate eye patch, just like cotton taped over my eye. Okay. Okay, so I think probably I want to head out again and try to find more, right? Hope that the winds stay down. Captain James is still at 93%. We do not want the captain to die, not just because it's literally me, the main guy. Okay, we're in a windstorm. Oh, but Captain James is already recovering from his previous... Oh, no. Lilu cannot handle the wind. Just madness. Why is it so hard? Let's get out of here. I guess, can we launch and then try landing somewhere else? What's the status of the ship? Engineer. What's the status? Oh, not damaged at all, of course. But who tells me... Where do I find out... Yeah, that was the one thing, like, I felt like the L1, not only are they, like, the only ones I think who have excellence in medicine, go figure, that they would develop those skills. They have such low durability, I was a little worried, and I can see why. Maybe at some point, like, my L1 will keep dying, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm a Thrin guy. Okay. Will this tell us about the status of the ship? Yes. Okay. Okay. Doctor, examine. Is it Lilu who's hurt? Moderately wounded. Physician, heal thyself. Great. Alright, let's try again. No, we're in a windstorm again. Forget it. We're leaving this horrible planet and it's wind. We'll try another one. Oh my goodness. The early days are tough. Bye-bye, horrible planet. I hate you and I wish we'd never met. But maybe I'll be back to see if I can find more zinc on you at a later time. No, you know what? Let's try once more. Let's do one more landing spot and see if we have any better luck. We won't. But this is how we learn. Let's land once more. I think this time I'll land to the north of the high stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, these are solid 1987 graphics. Like in the sense they're getting the job done on everything, and they're depicting like a lot of information. Okay, 75 north, 85 east. Let's go. Crazy to think that this crew, in theory, someday is going to be flying around the entire galaxy, interacting with strange new life forms, fighting daring battles, uncovering the secrets of the old empire, and right now they are struggling not to be blown to death by the wind in their own solar system. Safe landing. Let's go. Electrical storm. Lilu is killed. Incredible. Is there... Okay. Is there something I'm missing? No, he can only tell me about the planet itself. Astounding. Alright. Well, the ship has no doctor. We don't have money to train a new doctor, and we've accomplished nothing. Let's try one more. One more fresh start. I'm gonna make this work. Yeah, no kidding, Holmes. I need a lot of Melnorm support right now. We need the weather shields. Okay. Should I try a Thrin-based crew instead of an Eloan crew? Who would be... Yeah, just moderate death winds, moderate super lightning that will instantly kill your ship's doctor. I have actually no idea, Waffle whether or not the... Oh, wait, it's loading the game. I forgot to reset. My bad. Oh, the game was in progress but not saved. So, okay. Jeez. Reset and start the game. EGA. I'm getting flashbacks to the first 5 days of my Ultima 5 Let's Play. First 5 episodes were all just me dragging Elo's corpse around, struggling to survive enough basic combats to be able to resurrect him. Okay. Well, This part, I'm becoming an expert at. Create a human named James. Create an android called K25-E. Yeah, Ultima 5, Ultima 5 had a really good arc of development, I thought, where you really got to work hard in the start just to survive, and then later, when you should feel like you're growing much more powerful, a lot of the enemies are a lot easier, and then you find the crown, which, based on its status in the story, should be an object of absurd power, as opposed to just like a +2 kind of piece of equipment. And you get that, and it silences the magic, and all of a sudden you can fight wisps and demons and dragons. Way better than Ultima 6. Which, again, fun game. But just, except for the few battles I got into where I was too low level to land a hit, very easy. Okay, we need a Velox. Zix. Our Velox. And then, okay, who, if I wasn't going with the Eloan, who would be the next best possible doctors? Because the Thrn are quite good at what? The Thrn are also great at communication, but they're poor at medicine. Looks like humans are my fallback doctors too. So I'm gonna let's do it. Let's do a Thrn and one more human this time. Let's call this person Dr. Pocrates. That's how it's pronounced on Earth. Obviously, this is derived from Hippocrates. But on Earth, just a classic doctor name, Pocrates. And then finally, a Thrn. Okay, hold on. There was a named Thrn in the flavor text of the manual. That'll give me a direction for the names. Oh, no. The Thrn's name is in the text is Thisthrthin. All the syllables in the name are just variations on the name of the species. I think we can do a bit better than that. Kurthrin. Sort of analogous to the human Kristen. Okay. Will this be the crew that comes back with at least 1 unit of zinc to trade? Captain James, Science Officer James, Navigator, K253, Engineer Zix. Ooh, I think because Earth is entirely forgotten about in this world, it's probably not a touchy thing. But I bet back during the days of the old Empire, the Thrn did not have a sense of humor about dinosaur or Godzilla jokes. All right, Kurthrin, the communications officer, and Dr. Pocrates. Yeah, like, there's not like an overwhelming number of options here by any means, especially because you're explicitly told don't have both an Eloan and a Thrn. It's still pretty cool though. Okay, we have our roles. Let's add our cargo pods. I don't think I was getting anywhere close to filling even one cargo pod with zinc last time around. We'll name the ship the The ISS Tenacious. I don't think there's enough. There's probably the character limit won't allow the ISS. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and start right over again. Alright. Training. Captain James takes 6 sessions of training. Science. Engineers have 6 sessions there. I suppose at some point in theory, it might be the case that we just wind up making Zzz multi-class. You know, train them up in navigation too. Who knows? Oh, yes. Oh, geez, Stupinski, yeah. Economic management. Dev might have a recommendation for you here. But yeah, I was looking around and I found lists upon lists of like the best economic management games. And then it would mostly be like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff. And I'd be like, I feel like the economic management is a component, but not really the core of this, which is what you're looking for. The one that I did find, Off-World Trading Company. Although even that, like the entries were like, sort of a real-time strategy game, but it's about the economy and not about like fighting. It's like, okay. Or like the number one in this best economic management sims list was like Tropico 6, and it was like, this is more of a city builder then why is it number one on your list? And then Game Development Tycoon kept coming up, and I was like, it's too meta. It's too meta for our boy Stimpinski. He doesn't want that. So I'm just struggling to get a good recommendation for you. And then, did we already train? No, we did. Okay, now let's go ahead and help Dr. Pocrates, who might have his work cut out for him here. Give him 3 more. Kurthrin. You know, I said it was analogous in a way to... Ooh! Might be just the thing. Star Traders Frontiers. That sounds cool. Okay. And what the heck? I am the captain. Whoops. I'll take the last 3 of my science. Okay. Pray for us, team. Here we go. Captain gives the order to launch. And we're disembarking. All right. No, we're not. All right. Svexy. Crystal Orb. And Ulek. 47038. Very well. That's the code. They're opening the doors. Here we go. Now, while we're here struggling to successfully get some zinc off of the very first planet, here is the star map that comes included with the game. Massive and visually incomprehensible. I've actually got it open in GIMP so that as I explore I can label the stars manually by adding labels to a layer there. Okay, but we don't need any of that for now because all we're doing is struggling to do the opening sort of like tutorial task. But okay. We haven't brought any extremely fragile Eloan. Oh, all right. Holding the key is the key to quickly traveling space, and now we orbit. Orbit is established. Very good. All right. In my dual role as science officer, I'll run the sensors, although I know the results here. I'll analyze them, though I know them. Excellent. Progress. You may finally be... I just realized it's gone right past kitty cat lunchtime. So, hang tight. I'm going to take a very brief intermission here, folks. I'll be right back. Okay. Global weather, moderate. Let's find out. Oops. Let's see about that. Okay. Navigations officer, K25E. Let's, no. Sorry. It's the captain's job to say that we're going to land. Okay. I did at least find some... You know what? The northern part of this planet is the sad place. Let's try the southern territories. Alright. We'll go to 67 south, 84 east. Okay. Descending, landing. One thing that maybe I'm just missing it, or maybe it's not in the game and it would be great to have, would be the ability to scan the immediate weather before deploying the lander, right? We've made a safe landing. I mean, we can't advance in the game if we don't disembark, so we have to, but it's terrifying. I don't want to do it. Electrical storm. Well, that was a disaster. Alright, let's try a different planet. Maybe there's one with mild weather? Oh! Press the insert key and a direction key, and we'll go in that direction permanently. That's helpful. Not right now, at least in lander mode, where it's utterly terrifying to be moving at all. but certainly for getting around in space, that would be helpful right now, and perhaps someday on the planets. All right, let's maneuver. Let me try this. Oh, there's my insert key is just like... Yep, there. That was cool. It worked. Alright. We are now orbiting planet 6. Captain Science takes a look. What do we got? Very few minerals. An ammonia-based atmosphere. No life signs, but... Oh, and the weather is very violent. No. I refuse to even try. Let's look. There's only one other possible planet. So we might have no choice but to just struggle to get that zinc. I assume that just like Star Control, I could leave the solar system to enter hyperspace. But I'm certainly not ready for that yet. Mineral rich. Tin, lead, and gold. The hydrosphere is carbon monoxide. The atmosphere is hydrogen and helium. Cool. Oh, good. I'm not a good enough science officer to know what the weather might be like down here, but the gravity's okay. It's planet number 7. What else can we do? Let's try it. We're gonna land. Alright. Most of this planet is underwater, which is nice. That restricts our options. And since the most minerals will be found at high elevations, let's aim for... Wait, can we aim for a purple spot? Is there any chance of the weather being better in a purple spot? I have no idea. Purple's a little lower elevation. Okay. There. I don't know if this matters, but maybe it will. 76 south, 13 west. Descend. Alright. My earnest hope here is literally to achieve even the slightest thing. We made a safe landing. That's good. Honestly, like at this point in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if just like every 3 times it's like, oops, we've crashed and all died. Your save game is erased. But at least it's being gentle in that regard. Okay. Pray for me, team. It's overcast. Alright. We did not land... No, we did. We landed where we aimed. It's just different colored here. I missed that message. It went by too quickly. Oh, and we're dying. So something bad happened. No, the dying happened on the other planet. Nothing bad has happened. It's just nice and overcast. This is supposed to be a mineral-dense planet. So I'm a little disappointed by the paucity of minerals thus far. No, the mineral, that is one thing that the manual was very kind and clear on. Minerals never appear underwater. Okay, wait, where did I set out from? So, okay, right now I'm 77 south. Oh yeah, there's the ship. Wait, is that the ship? What is that? Yeah, there's the ship. Okay, well, let's look down into the east. Here's the thing. We found a planet where the weather... Okay, did I misread the elevations here? Okay, let's retreat to the ship because we've used almost half the energy. 76 south. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, we didn't find anything, but... Okay. I think I understand what happened here. Let's try again. Disembark. It's overcast. I love it. Wait. Maps. Okay. Neat. It zooms out a little when you go to the maps option, which is nice. Captain James has recovered from his earlier injuries. But I'm just going to shoot south. Because I think the heart... Yeah, I think I landed north of where I meant to originally, I think. Ha! No, I did not. So that's the heart of the problem here. But we found stuff. 3 cubic meters of tin. Oh, we've actually... The mother load might be overstating it, but... Actually, I take that back. We've hit the mother load. Lead and tin. Oh, no. That's what we have in the vehicle. Yep. That's what this is. Taking a look. Just a little bit of tin. But okay. Let's take it. More! Okay, I gotta keep an eye on the energy. We're doing good so far for energy. I want to look at it before I step over to it, just in the hopes. I was hoping for gold! Which, I haven't looked at the chart since I made... Just so I didn't have to constantly be finding in the manual. My spreadsheet has the whole mineral value chart. But even without looking at it, I'm going to bet that gold is worth more than tin. We've got a 39% full cargo. That's for the terrain vehicle, of course, not for the ship. Now we're in the small high elevation strip, and I'm almost at 50% energy. So I think now I'm going to start making my way back north. Come on, just get a little gold. Nah. But you know what? Loads of tin. My official title is Captain James of the Starship Tenacious, but my friends call me the Tin Man. Okay. So yeah, knowing now that this is the weather-friendly planet. Okay, 76 south. There's the ship. We made it home. Good for us. Transferred the cargo. Now, okay, the ship's cargo. What's that status? I don't know exactly how much. I think each cargo thing will hold 50 volume units, but I'm not positive about that. 50 cubic meters, I guess. Let's set it once more from here. Then I also want to check out this little area over here. The other spot of high elevation. I would love to find some of this delicious gold. Electrical storm. Ship status display. No, it's not. Yeah. Right. Okay. 20% cargo. An electrical storm has started here, so I think it's time to go check the other part of town. But okay. Okay, ship energy under the status screen is just the ship's fuel. That's great to know. Here's the thing. I know this game is going to involve like uncovering the secrets of an ancient civilization, interacting with both like the aliens that have been alluded to in the manual that I've mentioned, and other examples of the aliens that we have on our own team, and aliens we never heard of, and uncovering some epic story, and it's all very cool. Exploring abroad. So there's all kinds of cool stuff that's going to happen that we're nowhere near yet, and I'm already having fun. So that's a real good sign. But okay, here's where we're going to go. 36 south, 171 west. And okay, we're landing very close this time to the high elevation area, as long as there's no electrical storm that immediately kills us. Just a windstorm. I'm sorry, poke rates, but we landed right next to some resources, so you're just gonna have to... Gold! Gold! Alright. Oh man. Ever since I became an expert at Starflight, I'm really having that much more fun. Oh, well, like, I think even in the context of a modern emulator running it on a modern PC, I think to keep the cycles at a sane level so that other things don't happen lightning fast, you pretty much need the game to just chug for you. Just that's all that, you know. Like, I don't think the technology existed to make it just run effectively. Okay, we're gonna just live with the windstorm and find more stuff, unless, you know, if old poke rates starts really getting messed up there. But he's not. He's recovering. Oh no, the captain just took a big hit while I was doing nothing, and I'm not trying to look. Okay, a tiny amount of tin. Let's collect this tin. And let's move. I'm brave. I'm going for the high elevation territories despite the windstorm, despite the injury to the captain. It says my ship is lost, but it's not lost. I've written down its coordinates. Oh, the ship is lost because the storm prevents us from appreciating it. Okay. Oh no, we're very low on energy. It's time to retreat. Oh, wait. Will this wind up being a dreadful mistake that I got greedy? I hope not. Okay. 36 south. And then 171 west. Oh. Well, we can grab those momentarily. We gotta go back to the ship, unload the cargo. Okay. Okay. This is going well, actually. I should make some notes, actually, in my planet log. Conditions. Frozen. Okay. Okay. Probably the developers, on the note of the very slow animations, I doubt they minded because, like, they're just like, look, we did it. The slower this goes, the longer they can appreciate that we made it look three-dimensional. All right, we're going back out. Thunderstorm. No, we're done. Cutting our losses. Okay, this went pretty well, I think. But I mean, did we get enough to push forwards? I have no idea. And we launch. Yeah, just struggling, but that's okay. Right, time to maneuver. We shall return to Earth. Where's Earth? Ah, there it is. And we're docking at the starport. Okay. Oh. No, we're not just... Oops. What's happening here? Okay. We're in. I was a little worried that I'd misread and I was going to disembark into the vacuum of space or something. Okay, the trade depot. I would like to sell some stuff. I'll sell you some gold. How much? How about 8.1 cubic meters of gold? All right, the account balance is now 3178 mu. I don't think we use much Endurium exploring our own solar system. I think most of the Endurium is probably for faster than light travel, which is great because it's expensive. We don't need to worry about buying more of it just yet. I'll sell all this tin. There is a distinction that the game makes. I'll show you here. Where I put the mineral value sheet here. You can see that tin's actually not bad. It's not gold, which is great, but it's way better than zinc. Or slightly better than zinc. Anyway, the ones in purple, so in fact, no, it's fine that I'm selling the tin, are also repair minerals, which I assume means when your ship is damaged, they can be used there. Alright. Now, I've also got some lead. Have all 6.4 units. Okay, now we have 12. We have more. Is MU just monetary unit? We have more monetary units than we started with. That's good. I think right now the main thing to do, though, is just to try again. Maybe do a little bit more training for the crew, perhaps. For example, maybe I could have, perhaps the captain. Captain could be a bit better again at science. We'll do 3 training sessions for the captain. And the only other thing that obviously matters right now, in the struggle for survival early on, is better medical care. So let's give old Pocrates another 3 there. All right. All right. Now we head out. Captain gives the order to launch. Is it really necessary to do this more than once per play session? Throbbing mass. No comment. And the Gazertoids. Alright, 87734. I'm going to confirm that. Ah! Thank you, Thedev. That is helpful to know. 87734. Three, two, one, launch. So, earlier this week, on Wednesday, I did a 5-hour stream of the visual novel game Radical Dreamers. And it turned out at the end, because I did it start to finish, got the ending and everything, standing by to maneuver. Let's get to work. It turned out that there are multiple endings. What I further found out is that it's not like you could play this game 7 times, make different choices, or Surge could be less impressive to kid. That does matter, but that's not what the different endings are. It's actually apparently fully different scenarios. Like you play it again, and it's just a different story. Or perhaps it starts as the same story and goes off the rails. And I guess some of them are comedic and some of them are more serious, and they have more allusions to Chrono Trigger. So I might have to do that at some point. But not at the expense of actually starting the Chrono Cross Let's Play, because I'm not going to be able to keep up multiple Let's Plays in a few weeks when I'm back to work. So, alright, well, I keep the 2 up, but... So what I may just have to do is have an unscheduled additional Radical Dreamers stream at some point, when the mood strikes me. Okay. Oops. There we go. Orbital range. Let's see the science officer, me, with some additional training, is capable of saying what the weather is like. It's calm. And we love that, because even moderate is in fact quite horrible. We will go back to the moderate temperature planet, moderate weather planet, perhaps at some point. Although one thing that occurs to me is that in some ways it might not be that important to go back to that planet, because obviously we want to explore the broader galaxy. I want to land a little south of where I was, which is in fact what I've done. Wait, no, now it is what I've done. And just about as far west, because we literally saw minerals there. And if they are there, we'll grab them. We've selected the site, and we descend. You can just imagine the CPU just Oh, struggling. All the disc access sounds and such that the players of the 1980s were constantly listening to. Okay, we disembark. Come on, calm weather. Why not, right? Could happen. We're clearly in some kind of storm, but it didn't tell me what it is. It's clear now. Great. The storm has passed. We're surrounded. Antimony? Interesting. Not as valuable as gold. But it feels novel. And we're in a resource-rich little part of town here. Which is great. A little bit of lead. Pick it up. Now let's move. Some tin. Oh, it also actually I didn't have to put... There's no need to record this chart of values. It's all right there. But anyway, get some of this tin. And there's something over here too. Look at that. We're not even in the high elevation section. And a little bit of lead. That's fine. Yeah, pick it up. Not even half full. So let's head towards the high elevation. Oh no. A message came up. I did not perceive it. Yeah, I noted that myself because I have the planetary colonization conditions chart over here for my benefit, and just yeah, we'll go back to that planet. It shouldn't be so cruel. Perhaps it'll be kinder next time. Or it could just be that, like, yes, a whole bunch of gold. You love to see it. We're into the high elevation. Found some tin. It's getting hazy. More tin. Pick it up. 85% full. Okay. Time to start moving back towards the ship. We're a little bit north of it right now. So we'll go east. I was going to say, maybe on the east way back, we'll just stumble on some more stuff. And indeed, a bunch of gold. We're almost full now. What is... You know what? We don't need to go over to it to find out. We have a look command. That's some tin. And that's some tin. We'll take the large supply of tin here unless this is gold. No, just a wee little bit of tin. We'll take this big ol' helping of tin. And now we're full. Couldn't even pick up all of that tin. Now we just gotta make it home. 36 south and 171 west. So I'll just get to the west part by moving east. Oh, confirming there's even more to be found. And there's the ship. We made it. So we'll go north and then we'll head west and get some more stuff. But how's the cargo hold doing? Loaded with stuff. You love to see that. And then let's get the let's have the science officer. That's me, the captain. Take a look. Oh yeah, we can have plenty more cargo. Alright. Let's stay at it. Thunderstorm. Okay. How injurious is a thunderstorm? It's not so bad. Electrical storm is worse than a thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is probably worse than a windstorm. It's the circle of life. As long as the storm's going, I can neither get the coordinates nor be told about my positionality of the ship. Oh, geez. And in this weather condition, we're burning fuel like crazy. Let's just get out of here. Okay. I suppose what I'll do is I'll launch, and then I'll pick somewhere else on this planet to land and hope that I don't land in another storm. The storm is not great, apparently, for energy efficiency for the lander. Oh! I hadn't even thought of that, but I do have my numpad right here. Love it. I love this numpad, especially because I was deprived of it for so long during the pandemic, because when I grabbed all my stuff from my work office, leaving, not realizing that I would never ever get to go back ever again. Actually, apparently after my vacation, there will be an office for me when I go back. The office will return. Yeah, I had no idea that... it didn't even occur to me to grab the separate numpad because I was just scooping up stuff. So it wasn't until much later in time. All right, we're making a high elevation landing attempt here. '89 south, 24 east. Selected, and we descend. Yeah, so one day, like after the rest of the university opened back up, but then they had started renovations on our office, which is why I still haven't got to go back to my office post-pandemic. One day I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to go into this construction site at lunchtime when hopefully no one's around. I'm not bothering anybody. Or being told not to do what I'm doing. And I will just find it. And indeed, everything in my office is like crammed into a small portion of the office, and the rest of it is like, at least last time I was there, it was blocked off with big sheets of plastic while they were changing all the windows, I think. But I found it. Clear weather, and we landed well within sight of some good stuff. Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah. Oh, numpad controls are going to be real good here. Feels good. Oh, I didn't go diagonal there, even though I'm using the numpad now. Yeah. I should have, like, grabbed... I have, like, there's a great picture of me and my nephew that I have in my office. And, an artist did some cool sketch portraits of my cats that are also there in the office. So at the time I thought, like, you know, what do I need the portraits of the cats for at home? I can just look at the cats. And it's like, well, they're doing absolutely nothing. They're right there. Caps lock. Who? I don't know. I can't think of many cases in my life where having caps lock has mattered in the slightest to me. Hey, it's snowing! Can the crew get out and make snow angels? Would that be good for morale, do you think? Oh, of course, the heavy snow is not going to be great for efficiency, and also we're hopelessly lost. So we'll hope that the snow doesn't last too long. Magnesium! Magnesium is It's better than tin. But yeah, look, our energy efficiency right now is 14%. Got some gold. Okay. Jeez. What I hope is that the snowstorm ends. I know I'm back to the west to some degree. We're still at half energy. And the snow doesn't seem to be harmful. It's just obviously really bad for the overall, it'll be bad for the crew if we run out of energy and all freeze to death. But the snowflakes themselves are not harming us, which is good. Gold! Alright, now we're almost full too. So it's really just all about finding the ship. Which we've done now. Windstorm. Oh, we don't mess with wind around here. Get back on. Everybody on board. The thing for me is, and I guess I'm a pretty good typer, I just don't find it that hard if I want to type something in all caps, just hold the shift key down. Although I suppose I'm not generally an all caps person. Sometimes if I don't want to do HTML tags, maybe I'll all caps something for emphasis. What am I doing here? Oh, I want to find out about the... Yeah, we're, so far at least, and I don't think it's going to change, we're not space pirates. We're space explorers. I mean, we're Starfleet, right? There's a lot of obvious Star Trek influence in the interstellar concept. Okay. Probably want to play some more pirates at some point. All right, 50% cargo. We should go. Let's try. Let's get out there, and as long as things don't immediately go bad, just nice and hazy. Let's look to the west. So obviously, the planets are larger. There's more to explore. Whereas in Star Control 2, of course, you can see the entire part of the planet that you're going to be exploring. Well, this is the high elevation. It's not really coming through with the minerals, though. And we're consuming energy at a rapid rate. The efficiency is not good. Well, maybe that's a sign. Oh, this planet is so fruitful, though. So let's make one more attempt to pick a landing site, find some more stuff. One thing that makes me a little nervous. I'm sure the game will give me clues and stuff because obviously it's a massive galaxy, and we're gonna need to find. Stop me if you've heard this before. Playing Star Control 2, ruins, alien ruins. Sometimes we're gonna need to locate, and that seems like if you don't have any kind of hint as to where they might be, it'd be hard to find them. And yet people do, so there must be a way. Okay, there's only a very small high elevation section over here. But what if that makes it even better? 76 south, 175 east, Sirius longitude here. We descend. A safe landing. We disembark. Thunderstorm. Let's take our chances for a little. Thunderstorm isn't that dangerous. I say as the captain, who is me, continues to take damage. But we found some gold. Some tin. Take it. Whatever. We're not picky. And some lead. Take it. What do we got? What do we got? Lead. I'll take it. Yeah, once you get the hang of the kind of mildly quirky thing where in all the lists you see how quit is left and right. So that's your, like, don't press escape. It'll take 17 minutes to load the save game screen. By that time, you have already done at least one key press that commits you to an option you didn't mean to pick. But once you get the hang of using the left and right keys to cancel things, and especially once you remember that you have a numpad, and especially a very convenient detached Bluetooth numpad, controlling the game feels good. Oh, clear weather. That's good. There's the ship, of course. We're doing okay for energy. And, I mean, we've got lots of cargo, too. So... I am not at all remembering. Hey! Resources! It paid off immediately. Thank you for the reminder. Hills of yellow... Whoa, you can zoom out. That's incredible. Game changer. Okay. Holy moly. Well, we'll fill our boots here. Oh, we gotta go back though. Running out of fuel. So, rather than picking all this stuff up, tin, antimony, tin. Okay. 83 south, 175 east. So we pretty much just got to shoot north. I'm going to get the antimony. Hopefully I don't come to regret this last move. Pick it up. Ah, I was wondering about that message and whether it was just disguising a load or whether it had actual information for me. Okay. Can I make it? $12. Oh my goodness. We're gonna make it, team. Hooray. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's go home. Navigator will maneuver us. Make our way back to Earth. anytime I can look at other things. So what is the status of this ship? We did, filled up, not all, but the majority, almost a super, literally just barely a super majority of the cargo. I suppose a super majority is not actually a specific value, but 2/3 full. The ship's doing fine. We used not that much of our Endurium, which is great. I don't have a clear sense. This is exactly the kind of thing that it's great to have people who have played the game viewing before, because I don't have a good sense of when I've got enough Endurium to start thinking about traveling at light speed. And oops. And we've docked. Probably going to want to. I think what I might wind up doing is when we put together a good starting, we've successfully landed on a planet and tried and got some stuff, and we're not all dead. Then it might be time. Captain says, "Let's disembark." Then maybe it'll be time to. What am I trying to say here? Back up those save files. Just so that if I do have to keep starting over, that's one thing. But if we could put this part behind us once we've gotten through it, and then constantly start over from the journeying away from the solar system, that might be the way to go. All right, let's sell a bunch of our stuff. Is any of these? No, none of these are repair minerals, so they have no value to me except the selling. The manual even takes time to explain, like, the fact that ISS is not, or Interstel is not a military organization, it is not a government organization, is part of the story, not only, I think, to get that kind of, Starfleet is very military-like, but to try to get that, we're explorers, not warriors thing. But also they use it in the manual to explain why you actually start with just a crummy ship and have to buy your own better stuff. And they're literally just like, we're not a government agency. And we're also doing a secret thing that the public doesn't know about yet. And so we don't have any money. Like, we have enough money to... Oh, and then the story also explains that we don't know which of the crews we outfit are... Like, we sent 12 crews out last time. Probably only very few of you are going to actually be capable of this. So it's not worth our money to invest in you up front. It's like, all right, there's a grim logic to that. 36.5 gold. Sold. Okay, look at that now. Now we have 4.5 times as many monetary units as we initially had. Obviously, I don't have a strong sense of what they should be spent on. Okay, so before I set out, it'll say, if you go this far, it's gonna take this much. That's really kind of the game, because I think the bank is the only one I haven't gone to. Yeah, it just tells me which things I've done. My most recent transactions. There's interest? So if I didn't spend any money right now and I went out and I spent some time out exploring and came back, my money would just be making money. That's cool. Alright. I don't know. I don't know, like, what's important to have on the ship. Obviously, I would guess that probably we want something, right? Let me actually bear with me, folks. I'm going to look in the manual for a minute here for advice on the ship. Ship configuration, page 10, in this very well organized manual. Okay. Engines. Shielding. Alright, class 1 shields are not that expensive. Probably worth having, I would think. Armor is more expensive, makes your ship less efficient, but it's permanent, whereas your shields actually have to go up and down. Like, you know, you put the shields up, and they consume energy while they're up. And there's apparently a whole diplomatic thing where when you're approaching another ship that you've just met in space, if you've got your shields up, you might actually be signaling to them, you know, being willing to put the shields down as a sign of trust is a risk that you might actually have to take in order to avoid provoking. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay. Ship, armor, missiles, lasers. I mean, I don't know when fighting might come into the game. What's the story with engines? A class 2 engine will be more efficient. And obviously that saves us money on energy. That might be a thing to do. I'm going to try it. De-equip first. Oh. Do I have to sell my engine? And then I can buy a new one. Well, that's good. I even got some value back. Should I go all out? Probably not. Probably not just yet. But class 2 engine. Now we're getting fancy. And, cool. I don't think I haven't filled up my cargo pods yet, so I don't think I need more. I think, obviously, one thing about a cargo pod is that when I'm ready to start traveling intergalactically, the same cargo pods are storing my Endurium fuel. But right now, that seems to be okay. I mean, like, I probably want shields at some point. Shields and lasers are the basic weapons. I don't know if it's time yet. But no one's saying, don't do it, you fool. Yet. I'll go with some class 2 shields. Woo! Nice red shield surrounding me. I still have way more money than I started with. A basic laser cannon? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's all we'll spend on that for now. I don't think I'm going to worry about training up the crew anymore at the moment. I think let's make one last voyage to the outer planet of our home system and see, and maybe bite the bullet and go back to moderate weatherland. Let's see, make one more attempt to make some money here at home. I didn't see a clear recommendation in the manual, which is which gives you a lot of specific recommendations for how to start. I didn't see anything specific about make sure you've saved up this much before you hit the road. Start date October 20 or 1020-01-4620. The years are in reference to the original, Earth calendar. I don't know what 10.20-01. Not sure what to make of that. Okay, let's launch. Ready to launch? Yes. Oh, security code. For Thos-Ilarum /Blue Bauble /Minstrels. 8073 is the code. I will double check that so I don't bork my game. 8073. Confirmed. And here we go. Joop, joop, joop. Alright, standing by to maneuver. Oh, hey, are the planets actually orb? No. No. Never mind. Thought the planets had changed position, but on second look, I do not think that is the case. Yeah, it accepts the return key for enter or for spacebar, so you can actually play this whole game with the numpad, and it's good. All right. Well, we know what the story is down there, so let's just land. All right, go select a site, and I certainly don't think that we had found everything we could possibly find around here. So this time, let's go a little bit further south, and we'll bring it back a little. I'll start from 80 south and 178 east. I got a good feeling here. For whatever reason. I don't know. And landed. Landing was safe. We disembark. Come on, calm and clear, or at least merely hazy. It's clear. And we landed right next to some resources. And then we'll look at the map to see where other... Oh, and it's gold. That's a promising start. Let's take a look at the surrounding area. Oh. Oh, but are our scanners only working within the square? Not sure. One good way to find out would be to move until it tells me scanning new terrain, and then look at the map. Aha! Yes. I don't know, the scanners are okay, whatever. Whatever. Bunch of resources. That's the upshot. Got some tin. And then we were heading... No, cancel that. Don't drop the tin. And here we've got tin. Obviously not as... The planetary wandering is not as fluid or as pretty as in Star Control 2. And certainly not as pretty as in the Urcon Masters, where you at least get to do it on a bigger bit of the screen. But it's satisfying in the exact same way. Which is great. Because presently, while other Star Control games exist, and I don't know, actually, maybe that Star Control Origins game that got made emulates the galactic exploration part. But I know Star Control 3 does not. And Star Control 1 doesn't have that aspect of the game at all. So until Peppy gets his act together, if you're watching this on replay, Peppy, finishes Urcon Masters 2, Ghosts of the Precursors, if they're still calling it that. Wait, what? Oh, we're full. And there's loads of stuff here, which is great. Let's head northeast back to the ship. And then we'll head southwest to all that stuff. Just fingers crossed for no, we are in a nuclear waste storm. The entire crew is dead. No. We know straight southwest, sorry. It's going to take us to this lovely set of deposits. Obviously, in a way, maybe it's not obvious, But I'll say that there's a way in which this is actually more satisfying. Oh, there's my first confirmation that a mineral deposit can be multiple mineral types. I suspected that was the case just because of the way the hierarchical list structure that they use here to communicate this stuff. But that could have just been an artifact of wanting to show you what you have in your own vehicle. Antimony. And now it's a good time to look at the map. Pull back more. Well, we're seeing nothing on scanners. Let's head north until we scan new terrain. And see what's there. There. New terrain. And that, I believe, is what updates my maps. Well, there's a deposit. I mean, we might as well. Head west. Grab a deposit. Well, it's just tin, but whatever. Is that a scanning new terrain message? Sure was. Okay. 60% energy. I think I can continue west to get those that next deposit, but then I think probably wise, whoops, to make my way back. Yeah, so one thing, like obviously the fact that you don't see everything right away adds an exploration aspect to the experience that is fun. Whoop. So now we're on a plane with our ship. And we have enough energy to go home to it. Transferring cargo. Ask my science officer, who is me, how we're doing cargo wise. Not actually all that much cargo. We should carry on, but at the same time, have we exhausted the potential of this surrounding area? I don't know. Let's try south. No, let's try north this time. Oh, we scanned new terrain immediately. Yeah. We're going to head north and see what we can find. Some tin. Very good. New terrain. Look at our maps. Very good. Alright, so we'll go north to these riches. Yes. 2 separate deposits of tin. Great. Captain, there is too much tin in this location for me to describe it to you as a single quantity. Some lead. Not even half full yet. And then I believe it was just to the east, right? But oh yeah. Perfect. We have more than 50% energy. We'll scoop these minerals up and we'll head back. What do we got here? Gold! I love it. Love gold. And then there was this to the south. Then we're at half energy, and we've put some distance between us and the ship. So, oh, gold, beautiful. And the cargo bay here is getting full. So let's just start heading south. Ho ho! And if we find something along the way, great. Alright, I'm not going to look at the map even though we just scanned. 9.3. The mother load. Can we even get it all? Yep. Just barely. Amazing. Alright. Just going home now. Southwest. Oh, now it's southeast. Now it's just south. We're on a linear plane. Ship. Transferring the cargo. Status report. Me. %58. So we should find more stuff. So let's. Why not? We'll go northwest this time. Hey. Didn't even need to look at the scanning reports, and it's gold. Yes. Just keeps on working it. Alright. Big old pile of lead. $9.8. Okay, here's the thing. I was talking about maybe I want to back up my whatever, but it occurs to me that like at this point, if I got crew members killed, I could train up a new one to be just as good as whoever got killed, including me, the captain. So perhaps I don't need to resort to real save scumming. You know, nowadays I even all the time use the term save scumming just to mean, oh, I'm constantly going to load my saves so I get the outcomes I want. But official save scumming is when the game doesn't have a load your save feature or even has permadeath, and you're going all out to cheat it. It's sub-freezing here. It's cold. And looking kind of barren. And oh, we got tons of energy. So let's scan new terrain and see. Oh, there's a bunch right over there. How far? I haven't gone that far. I think we can. I think we can do it. We're going to try. Oh yeah, this will be fine. It'll be fine. Nobody panic. It's gonna be fine. So tomorrow I'm starting another new Let's Play. Quest for Glory. So you'll want to be a hero. A game which I've played like a couple hours of in the past. But it'll be not to the degree that I accomplished anything that will spoil the process. Especially because I was playing as a thief the first time I played. I think I want to play as a fighter, do a playthrough like that, and then if I like it enough that I'm like, I want to do all 5 Quest for Glory games in the fullness of time, I'll probably redo the first one as a wizard, just because being a wizard sounds more fun and interesting. But being a... Oops, didn't even get the cargo here. Oh, because I'm full. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's go home. Okay, and now just to the east. Transferring cargo. And now we've got 78% cargo. That's not so bad. Let's take it home. Let's sell it. Must feel great. But yeah, I'm looking forward to starting Quest for Glory. But before I start Quest for Glory tomorrow, I'm diving back into Ultima 6 for probably a fairly short time because there's one NPC I never spoke to who I was intrigued by. Because remember, if you're paying attention to my Ultima 6 Let's Play, at one point I met one of there's a gargoyle farmer, and the gargoyles have this really uncomfortable caste-based society where the wingless just get nothing, just do what they're told, and are treated with no respect, and it's justified by saying they're not intelligent enough. And this farmer is like, yeah, like I need to make sure that these stupid wingless do the right thing. But then he refers to there being another naive gargoyle farmer who's all sensitive about his wingless and thinks that they're worthy. And I never found that farmer and spoke to him. But now that I've finished the game, I don't mind looking at a map, because what made me give up on my quest to find that farmer was how much I hate wandering around with that little view window in Ultima 6. I don't mind looking at a map, just finding where he is, and I want to go talk to him. So I'll do that, and I guess close up my thoughts. Try to tie a bow on my whole Ultima 6 experience for now. And I'll do that, that'll take certainly not more than an hour. We'll do that, and then we'll launch into Quest for Glory. So you want to be a hero, which, for anyone not in the know, is there we are. What am I trying to say? It's a hybrid. There we go. A Sierra game. It's a hybrid of the point-and-click adventure game style Sierra game with an RPG. So you have a character that you create. There are 3 different classes. You have stats. There are spells. There are monsters who attack you, and you fight combats with them. Although I've never fought a combat in the time that I spent playing the game. But it's part of the game. And... Alright. Captain. Disembarking. Heading to the trading post. The trade depot. Oh, I would just like to sell a bunch of stuff, please. How would you like... Could I interest you in 46.6 units of gold? Cha-ching. How about just an awful lot of tin? Do you like lead? Because we got lead, baby. And do you know what antimony is? Because if you do... Alright. Okay. Now, I've now got more monetary units than I even had the previous time. This is going well. Very well. I feel good about this. I'm going to run to the washroom. Brief intermission, folks. I'll be back. Okay, we're back at it, team. So now, I think it's time to take a baby step or two out of the known solar system, which means obviously I need fuel. I don't have a good reference point for how much, and it's obviously quite expensive. And I should buy other things too, I bet. So let's take a look. What can we buy? Alright, why would it allow me... Let's see, titanium, promethium. Thanks, Dev. Alright, those are all... Okay, the things that'll let me buy are, element-wise, except for Injurium, which is fuel, are just all of your repair minerals. My ship doesn't need any repair yet, so we won't worry about that just yet. But I should get some Injurium. But again, I don't know how much. It costs 1,000 per unit. I have 53,000 monetary units, which is pretty good, I think. I don't know what the artifacts, the flat device or the whining orb do. The flat device, maybe I won't worry about yet, but for only 6,000 monetary units, I'd be a fool not to just buy a whining orb. Thank you. One whining orb, please. Okay, how much fuel? Let's go with 15 units. Nearly doubling our fuel supply. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to the star map and be like, ah, geez, don't have nearly enough to do anything. Or maybe it'll be fine. And then we should look into what else do I need? What else do I want to put on my ship? I think at present I'm going to hold off on armor since it has a penalty associated with it. So perhaps I should buy a missile launcher just in case. I don't know. This is how we learn. Well, it's expensive, but I got lots of money. I'll just get a class 1 for now. Basic weapons, and just hopefully there's not even all that much combat. Hopefully. Buy. Class 1. The ship does not require repairs. So far as I know. The crew's all doing great. It's got a little training. Do a little training. Of course, the person right now who I'd want to train the most would be the navigator, who can never learn or grow as a person. Well, no, K25E, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Like, maybe he can learn chess or like develop emotions or something. But he can never be any better as a navigator. Although right now, he's a better navigator than most of us are at our jobs. You know what? We might get into some trouble out there. By which I mean zzzz, that you probably ought to train some more to be a better engineer. Let's give him 5. What's his learning rate? 6. So 5 training sessions should give him 30 skill points. Yes, I understood that rule properly. The Velox are quite durable, not android durable. But they're more durable than the rest of us. They're like cockroaches. Although probably they don't like that to, probably you're just supposed to say that, they're like Velox. Oh, don't need to change the configuration of the crew. Alright, so this is it. This is your last chance, anyone who knows about Starflight, to say, you're making a terrible mistake to try to venture out into the galaxy this early, you fool. Because otherwise I'm doing it. And if we just die, well then so be it. I know that... One thing I know about this game, for sure, is that the CRPG Addict only took about, I think, I think his total playtime to complete the game was like 24 hours. Now, I don't think he was constantly stopping to share his thoughts with an audience. I also bet that he's way better at old computer games than I am. But it's not too long. So if there's a bunch of stutter steps in the start, if I just go and get the whole crew killed in hyperspace right now and have to start again next week, I think we'll be okay. Ho ho! Thedev, that's helpful. I had a feeling that would be the case, just based on looking at the planets that I've landed on so far. But that's really good to know, because that, like, you can mine and farm from an individual planet, which makes sense. Like, in this context where it's trying to really give you a sense of the planet's scope and stuff, it'd be kind of silly if you just pop down and slurp up 100% of the planet's resources immediately. Okay, let's launch. I am ready to launch. Planet Earth. The artifact, the ellipsoid. And the mechans. If we meet them, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to be robots. But who knows? 64296. Checking, confirming. Yes. Okay, standing by a maneuver. Yeah, thank goodness, too. Okay, I just wanted to look really quickly. Here's my table of contents. Flight operations, no, ship console, space. There we go. Page 22. Okay, yeah. I could have easily just experimented, but I thought, why don't you take a look and verify that going to hyperspace is exactly how I expect it to be. We should have to go off the edge. So let's do it. Let's explore the galaxy. So wait, obviously, actually I gotta pause a moment because let me look. 125, 100 are the coordinates of our star. 125, oh no. Wait. I think that would go latitude first. 125, 100 is... Is it this one? Is this our home star? I actually don't know. I can't tell. So I can't label it just yet. But I'm going to write down the numbers, 125, 100. In hopes that those will guide me home when that time comes. That's one thing you don't want to do. Become hopelessly lost in hyperspace. Okay. Leaving system. Commencing interstellar travel. So now we can look at the star map. Yes, we can. Oh, hey! This is familiar and comfortable. Position 125, 100. So wait, is it the other way? 125, 100? Yes, I think it is. Oh, in fact, I can tell just by looking on the screen where the same things are noted. Okay, so let me go ahead and label. Although this arrow is also helping. And check it out. There's a nearby star system. Perhaps we'll head there first. Use my text tool. I'll use the arcade font. I can change it later. Color, let's go with black. The arcade font is not the right choice here. Let's just go with Times New Roman for now. Oops. Sure. Make it much smaller. This is hideous. I'll work on the aesthetics of the map later. But we've labeled the home star. The journey has begun. Okay. Back to the game. And then okay. Oops. Okay. So it's just this way. There. There. The next star system. Stellar parameters. So, okay. Here we are. Great. We are in space. This first journey was very, very brief. Probably didn't need to buy all that Endurium just to do it. That's okay. Now we explore. The first planet for exploration. So, here's a problem that I'm realizing that this game is going to present for my scheme of documenting my travels, is that it didn't give me like an official name of this star system. So for now, let's call it. Ooh, let's make these fonts larger. And let's use Roboto. Sure. Home. We'll call this place Near Home for now. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to look at non-white colored planets. But yeah, the blue one seems very promising. But let's be systematic here. Okay, here we are. And we're orbiting. Orbit established. Alright, science officer. Sensors. There are minerals. Oh! And they're valuable minerals. And then low gravity. No weather. This is promising. Okay. Making notes. This is Near Home Planet 8. Conditions. Subarctic. No weather. Very good. Very good to have. Very good information to have. And then mineral-wise, gold and platinum at 23%. Not bad. No life signs, which you wouldn't expect on a subarctic rock with no weather and a very thin atmosphere. Let's take it down. Well, not too hard to select a site because we have a large territory of high elevation, which is where we expect to find the most highly concentrated minerals. I love the complete lack of weather on this planet. I've been enthused about it ever since I heard that there was no weather down here. Hopefully this is not Science Officer Captain James just being wrong. 13 south, 171 west. We've locked on to the topography net and a safe landing. Here we go. It's raining carnivorous frogs. The crew has been eaten. Nope. So far, so good. Aluminum. Aluminum to me. Aluminium to some. Okay. Well, let's head north. Scan new terrain. Minerals! A little north and then a little west. Come on, platinum. Well, it's gold. Gold. This is not Star Control 2, where all the precious elements are worth the same. So I really want that platinum. More aluminium. Yeah, literally. There's never been a cloud. There never will be a cloud. Nice place to visit. Okay. Obviously, our efficiency proceeds reasonably well. I assume that higher levels of efficiency require... Exactly. There's also no supportive weather system to nourish us or let this place grow food. But for the purposes of just stopping by and grabbing some stuff, this is great. Platinum. Not much. But, you know, in real life, when I discover 2.1 cubic meters of platinum, I try not to be disappointed, and I'll try to keep my spirits up here, too. Gonna look at the map again. Oh, I got options. Well, we'll do the northwest one, and then we'll come back southeast. Oh, we're getting full up, which is fine. Well, no, we're not getting... We're more than half full. We're not filling up. Scanning new terrain. Let's throw our map up. Beautiful. Alright, well, some deposits to the west. I guess it's like a gameplay system. The scanning new terrain thing is like a gameplay system that doubles as a memory management thing. Because I imagine the scanning is actually the game randomly seeding resources as opposed to the game actually doing a scan to tell you what pre-established resources are available to you. Pick it up. Couldn't pick it all up, but that's good. It's not a problem. We need to go southeast. Hey, it's overcast. How? I was promised no weather. Promised by myself. I am the science officer. It's I don't know who I'm yelling at. Okay. Great start. Let's make no more voyages right now. Let's go look at another planet. But that was a promising start, and there's platinum there. So if we don't find anything even better, what's better? How many elements are even more valuable than platinum? 2, except for plutonium and rhodnium. and then it's just Injurium. So I like this planet, but it's not mineral dense, so we're not finding a ton of platinum. Oh wow, so it's not even remembering. Okay, that's good. That's exploitable. I probably won't exploit it too much, but maybe a little. In a pinch. I'm not above taking advantage. Okay. Well, we got these outer systems and these outer planets, and that's great. Oh, you know what? I might as well scan them at least, even if I don't land on each of them in turn. Just for my logs over here. Chromium, promethium, gold, and there's lots. The global weather is calm. So there's a lot to be said for this planet. Planet 7, which I'll just quickly note. Conditions. Subarctic and calm. Minerals. Gold. Promethium. 55. Need to. I'm actually already seeing ways. I was all proud of myself for establishing the spreadsheet in advance, so it's better than the one I was using to log stuff in Star Control 2. But I can already see ways in which I wish it was even better. For instance, now that I know that. Actually, I think conditions is fine. I think I can write down basic details about different things. But for the minerals, I think I want a separate column for the number. So I can have the type and then the number in a separate column so that you could sort it by the promising things, for instance. But anyway, cool. So, I'm happy just having taken a look here. We know what's there. Let's maneuver. And then, for gratification delay purposes, we'll look at the purple ones before we go to that tasty looking blue. And then I'll be getting close to needing to wrap up. Take my lady out. Okay, what do we got here? This is obviously Planet 6. But, thing in Mercury. 23. And then what's your analysis? Me. Well, there's no weather. We love that. No weather. Thin atmosphere. Add some wrap text. That's alright. I can work with this spreadsheet. And I'll figure out hotkeys so that I'm not constantly paranoid that I'm going to break my own game. Toggling it up. It's a whole big step forward here at 58 Dream Street to show the note-taking spreadsheets on the screen. Not sure if that improves anybody's experience. But I like to do things and add little... my buddy Greg is always telling me, like, absolutely none of the things that you spend all your time obsessing over matter to anybody. And if you go and look at the successful Twitch streamers, you'll see that none of them bother. None of them are drawing pixel art of themselves to have a custom logo. Ooh. This actually seems like it could be really bad for humans, but who knows? Oh, I know who knows. The science officer. Hey, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Ah, I get you. And you could justify that, like you could work that into the canon of the game or the reality of the game by saying that like, yeah, the scanners could miss a deposit that's kind of, concealed, or it's, and then they could find it from, if they're scanning from a different angle or just a different time or different weather conditions. But that's not going to reveal a whole another motherload. Okay. Here we are, Planet 5. Atmosphere. It has mercury, tungsten, iron, 49. But right now, what I'm the most intrigued about here, I don't think this is going to be, it's going to work out, but let's find it. Because if we have an atmosphere of oxygen and carbon dioxide and a hydrosphere of water, so far we have the things that human beings need to live. Oh, it's a gas giant. No. Global weather is very violent. Yeah. Never mind. Man cannot live on atmosphere alone. Also very thick. You don't want that. You don't want, when you breathe in, you don't want to get oxygen high immediately. Although you wouldn't here, because you'd be dead instantly. Immense gravity. Just all around. This is not a place that we want to be. I'm going to guess the other one's going to turn out to be a gas giant too. The next purple. But let's find out. Yeah, so for today, I think this was an obvious. Once I looked at the map, I was like, oh, there's a star right next to ours. That's the obvious first place to explore. And then I think the next step will be to imitate, because like I was saying, the manual opens with a recorded minutes of a meeting, and part of the meeting is the testimony of one of the crews that returned from the initial 12 exploration ships sent out by Interstel, and that captain's testimony actually really emphasizes the route they took and the things they found. So I think retracing that route might make sense. Although they did say they ran into Eloan, and that would be bad for us since we have Thrun on board. Now what can you do? So here, let's just do the analysis, and yeah. Wow, they've got all of the temperatures, but I'm not a good enough science officer to even determine the gravity. So for now, I'll just note to myself that I wasn't good enough as a science officer to figure out what was going on this planet just yet. But the weather is very violent, so we're not going to recommend it for colonization. We're not going down there. Here is the big moment. We maneuver to the blue. Is the game? Is this a like a warm bath kind of introduction where the nearest star has one distinctively colored planet that also turns out to be exactly the planet that you're looking for to recommend for colonization? Probably not, but it could be. I mean, this looks promising. This is promising. But let me just fire up my sensors. What do we got? We have life forms. That's good. I don't know how to deal with life forms, so I should look in the manual before we go down there. Check it out. Life forms. Yeah, here we are. This is planet 3, I think. So life forms. For now, I'll just write the number, 34. We have lead, chromium, promethium, It's time to declare war and just start killing the life forms here for food. I imagine that we can zap them much like we would zap life forms in Star Control, except that it's not going to be as arcadey. So I'm going to need to look at the manual so I don't do anything foolish or dangerous, destructive to my own interests. And yeah, we don't really have that much in terms of minerals, but meeting some life forms for the first time, that's good stuff. So this is a good climax for the first day. Moderate weather. Oh, this is planet orbit 2. So let me just fix that for myself. No, I'm being so far like this is as responsible as I've ever been because I knew this game was going to be unforgiving. I have read the manual carefully and recently and more than once. I made my sheets in advance. I'm trying to think carefully. Okay, what do we got here? Most of the surface of the planet is liquid. It has gravity. That's not too bad. Yeah. This is not suitable for human colonization. But it's not missing that much. It's really just the gravity's a bit too high. You got to be careful because the way the recommending for colonizing works is that you decide that you think it's worthwhile and then you nominate it. And then you get a report from ISS when you go back. And if you were wrong, they fine you. So it's not like you can just go around just taking wild guesses. Okay. We're going down. Alright, just give me 1 second. Look at the planetary exploration. Just for a moment. With Quest for Glory, it'll be chaos. I'll get into battles and I'll be like, oh god damn it, what's happening here? So there we can just constantly load the save. Alright. Planet side. Okay, page 25. Okay. Boom. What do we got? Moving? Yeah. Weapons. Laser and a stunner. Choose which one to fire. Bracket the target. And fire. Okay. It's about what you'd expect it to be. Cool. Alright. Captain says let's go. Actually, hold on. What's the status of my... I assume that I'm doing okay for cargo space. Oh, yeah. I don't yet know how to do recordings of life forms, so we're going to land. Okay. I guess we'll land around some of the brown elevation. Wait, hold on. Life forms are more likely to be... I wrote this down. Temperate climes, low altitudes, but not in water. So how about... Whoops. How about we take aim at some of this light green up here. That's right next to some dark green. Let's see if we can meet aliens. Meet some life forms. It was a safe landing. Of course, it's moderate weather, so we might be just stepping out and... Oh, it's raining knives, Captain. It's just foggy. There's a life form. So we can look at it, I assume. A big... Oh, great. Okay. The game is not forgiving. Alright. This thing moves. So why don't we just go ahead and hit it with the stunner. Did it work? It appears to be stunned. Spider-like life form. Oh, so we can just record its biodata like that. For now, though, let's capture. It's in stasis. Situation is under control. Do we even have to stun this thing? No. We can just grab the fungus. Okay. More fungus. What's that thing over there? Probably another life form of some kind. Oh, but you only need one of each specimen. That makes sense. A ruin! We found ruins. So this is, in fact... Oh, they're both valuable in their own way. That's good to know. Oh no. That thing moved up on me so fast. The real-time components here are intimidating. Okay. I'm guessing we scan the ruins. The life form attacks. It's not stunned. Do we get it? No, it's attacking. Okay. Okay, it's stunned now. Great. Whoops. Oh, it's dead. We've killed it. It's got the big axe, which is great. Do we scan ruins? We're in an electrical storm. No. What do I do with ruins? Okay, for now, I think what I do is I flee back to my ship, which of course I can't find at the moment because of the electrical storm that is also killing us. Cargo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Thedif. No. Okay, the storm is over. Scanning still just tells me it's a ruin. Okay, I'm making a quick note. Actually, hold on. Okay. I'm making a note of where it is. And then we're going northeast to get home. Because I also disastrously forgot to write down my landing coordinates. Southeast. There we are. Okay. Let's get back in the ship where we're not in real time. Get our cool topographical view. And let me just find out. What do we do? Boom. What are we supposed to do with ruins? Yeah, it says cargo allows you to record messages found in ruins. So, perhaps it was just the storm? Okay. A thunderstorm is not as big a deal. We're just gonna tough it out. Although we also don't get... Yes, that's what we're gonna try now. Because that is also both the maybe the storm and I did notice in the manual it says next to, which is weird because it says next to for life forms and things too. Life form recorded. And here we are. Our signpost. Cargo. Nope. Okay. Here we are. We're at the ruin. Is it just a garbage ruin? That's disappointing. Yeah? I don't know. Oh, is it maybe... Yeah, okay. So ruins can just suck. That's disappointing. Still, it was exciting to find a ruin. I know what they look like now. We encountered all sorts of terrifying aliens. And some that weren't intimidating at all. We captured them. Okay. We got lots of energy. Can I take multiple specimens? No, it's a duplicate. Can I record more data? Just hope that thing doesn't take notice. A ruin! But it's just a sucky ruin. Okay, however, obviously, this is a planet that has many ruins. And life forms moving about. Let's what's this right over the hill? That looks like a fancy, like, is that a pyramid? Ah. Humming Gizzy. Take it. What is it? Yes. It's not analyzed. Oh. Scan. Humming Gizzy. A ruin. Okay. Well, let's take it. Did that work? Yes. Great. What's this? Found some Endurium. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So this is blowing the game wide open already. Does this ruin have anything? No. Oops. Okay. Moving. Let's go south. Back to the ship for now, just to get our energy back up. I want to make a couple more attempts here to poke around this fascinating planet with its ruins. So first, let's one more journey out into this territory. Note that I found a humming dizzy in the ruins, whatever that is, and let's go out. It's hazy. We're all back to full vitality, which I like. Let's go southeast this time. Looking for that scanning new terrain message. There we go. Ooh, the oceans are turquoise here. That sounds pretty. Is that more ruins to the southwest? It could be. Or they could just be the ruins that I already looked at. Which should be fine. Hey, that's... Is that a new alien down there? Looks like there's a lot going on here. A big, narrow, radial creature. Oh. That's actually... Oh. I see. That was two things at once. Thank goodness that the life form wasn't hostile. Large, amorphous creature. Okay. We got a lot going on around us here. This is a party. Let's stun this dude. Nothing personal. It's raining, but that's okay. It's stunned. We got it. Take this amorphous life form. Good stuff. What's this guy down here? Big, thick reptilian creature. Oh, it's attacking. Already. Let's give him another stunner blast. Still attacking. This is... They've got the X that appears, so you know they're stunned. Might not be a bad idea if there was a clear way, or when you know they're dead. It would be good to know when they're stunned, right? Let's give them a few more stunner blasts. This thing is so tough that it's still not stunned. Yeah. Well, let's use the strategy of not bothering that thing. Hey, a ruin! Rainy day, found a ruin. There's nothing there. That's okay. Get back on the move. We have this other life form here. It's hopping. Well, good luck hopping when you're stunned. Didn't take. Still hopping. Can't slow this guy down. Come on. Be stunned. Nope. Alright. Obviously, we need to get better. Our ship's to the northwest. And now straight north. See if we find anything on the way back up here. We did not. Okay. What I want to do is land in one other location on this planet and see if I can find anything else cool. We'll scan that last inner planet. We'll take it on back to Earth, and that'll be good. That'll be a good wrap-up spot for the day. Now, with Star Control, I had 20 years to build it up in my mind. So it was remarkable when it lived up perfectly to my hopes. I've only been building this one up. Pressing plus? Okay. Good to know. Because helpfully on the numpad, it's just right there. I can nail it. Okay. Let's land once more. And this time... let's land way the heck over... no, let's go to the other continent. We'll land at 86 south, 127 east. We'll descend. And we've landed. We're in an electrical storm. Captain's injured immediately. We're brave though. We're going out. Yeah, having the Eloan in my crew in the early attempts gave me a misleading sense of how disastrous it is to encounter weather of any kind. Scanning new terrain. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh no. It's coming right for us. Run. Oh no. This damn electrical storm. There it is. Okay. Okay. Cool. Nonetheless, this was a good little voyage. Let's go to the one other planet. And then take it back to Earth. Yeah, the thing about lowering the CPU cycles could help with the text, obviously. But, like, I don't know that we want, like, a 15-minute landing sequence every time I get to a new planet, right? There's a balance to be struck. Yeah, so I only had, like, less than a year to build this game up in my head. So far, though, it's cool. And it's hitting those spots for me. It's filling the explore a cool galaxy hole in my heart since I finished Star Control. Or even just since I, towards the end game of Star Control, you're not really exploring the galaxy anymore. You're just getting the stuff done. Which is important too, and it was fun. But this just we got this giant chart. And we can do whatever. We can go wherever we want. And there's a story and an adventure out there. Even cooler that I don't know what it is at all. Magnesium, rhodium, plutonium. Now, they're not looking... there's not a ton of those, but if it's possible to land on this planet, that's promising, because rhodium and plutonium, if you recall, are the only things worth more than platinum in this game. Yeah, honestly, I don't know that I'd even call... when I was playing Star Control 2, one thing that I was saying at one point was like, why aren't there more games that ripped off... Why aren't there literal, like... Why isn't there a whole proliferation of Star Control 2 clones? Like, it seems like there should be. But you're right, Holmes, that there aren't. And... Yeah. Temperature tropical to Inferno. Okay. Tropical to Inferno. That's risky. Hold on. Let me look at the manual for a bit of advice. Page 25. Okay. Can my ship... Can the lander handle heat? Can the ship? Everything except for the Inferno-ness makes me want to land here. But I don't want to just land here and we all instantly bake. But it's not all like that. Well, I'm going to note to myself... Not going to take the risk today. I'll read up in the manual, see if I can find anything. I won't see about coming back to this. It's good to know, because if we can land there at all, we got a lot of valuable things to find. And presume, like, it seems intuitive to say that the Inferno temperatures would not be at the highest elevations. I just don't want to, after getting on a good run here after a few stutter steps, I don't want to just obliterate the all hope. Okay. Well, we've charted a solar system. Zooming past the sun here. Heading back to hyperspace. Yeah. Star Control 2, like... It's different in some obvious ways, but like the frame on top of it, it's like exactly the same. I can't wait to like start meeting the aliens and get a sense of what the story's like. Oh, hey, these planets are orbiting. That's cool. Wait a minute. This isn't Earth. Earth, sweet Earth. Probably not going to make nearly so much money as I did the previous time. But who knows? I don't have any sense for what life forms get on the market or anything like that. The trade depot. I would like to sell some stuff to you. Well, let's find it. I do not need all this aluminium. Help yourselves. Yeah, just a little bit of gold, a little bit of platinum. But we've got a location now that we could revisit. Try to find more. I certainly don't want to just sell my artifacts. My specimens, by all means. I would love to sell them. and some biodata. All right, very good. And then we can use the analyze option for the first time. Analysis, 500 monitor units. Yeah. So obviously, I don't have more wealth than I did before I set out, but I've got plenty. Our analysis of this artifact is a field very little of interest. It has slight value as an alien curio, but is otherwise totally useless to us. Alright, well, the Humming Gizzy will pay back the money that I spent to analyze it. It's like an item in wizardry. Well, cool. We got a bunch of money. The science officer still having some trouble. So let's train him up a little more. 3. You shall have 3 more sessions. 185, very good. What is the maximum capacity? I think it's like 250 is the maximum. So I'm well on my way to being an expert science officer. At which point I think it only makes sense to develop the captain. I mean, once everyone is topped out in their main thing, it's really all about just having the captain able to step up if need be. Okay. Cool. Well, next time we could go try to find more ruins on that one planet, or more likely, we can head out and see if we can't retrace some of the first steps of the previous interstellar voyages. Maybe we'll meet some aliens. Hopefully not Eloans, since they won't want to talk to us. I suppose one thing you could do is create backup crew members. Swap out the Thurn for an Eloan and vice versa if you want to meet them. But I think that you have an overall relationship with each alien species, so that might be playing with fire. This was a lot of fun, Dev. I agree. We're having fun, and we're going to have more fun, because every Saturday from now on, unless, the sun comes up, but continuously on Saturdays, until such time as I've beaten this game, we're going to play it. It's going to be fun. So that's it for today. Like I was saying, tomorrow, got 2 things on the agenda, because I'm going to wrap up with Ultima 6 by meeting the gargoyle, the woke gargoyle, we could call him. The one who, we're going to meet that farmer who knows it's wrong to mistreat the wingless. And we're going to talk to him and just find out about him. I'll share my final thoughts. We'll dive into Quest for Glory. And then across the duration of the week, my buddy Greg and I, with our new show, Greg and James Beat 'em Up, we're going to start exploring the history of the beat 'em up genre, starting with some of the earliest arcade games that could be classified as beat 'em ups and the ones that are kind of protogenic to the beat 'em ups. Speaking of side dishes, Stimpinski, I'm not going to do it before Ultima 7, because I don't even have an Ultima on the schedule right now, and Ultima 7's coming. But at some point, I really do want to dive into the worlds of Ultimas. The most literal Ultima 6 side dishes. But yeah, there's that. At some random point, I'm going to pop onto the what did I say? Radical Dreamers, the alternate paths. But I'm also going to start my Chrono Cross Let's Play while I'm basking in my vacation. Fingers crossed for Friday Night Forgotten Circles. There's a lot going on here this week. So stop on by if the schedules line up. And until the next time that we're all at the same space coordinates, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.